Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniature, and I am High Lord Tamerlane, and this is not a pile of freshly made tamales, unfortunately. What it is the latest releases from Valor Games and their 15mm line that accompanies the skirmish war game of the same name. Specifically today, as things start to spill out, where is the baggy I'm looking for? We've got all kinds of goodies here, but I wanted to point out specifically this one. We have samples of their new Bestian Army, and the Bestians are a new line of 15mm Beastmen. So let's take a look at what we got here. So, first of all, you can see we've got one of our command models. Nice little goat boy with his horn to toot there. So you're going to have your command units. We've got, I do like the fact that we have various beastmen. So we have a more, I don't know, ursine bear looking dude with a axe. Good old goats. I'm surprised, happily surprised, I should say, that our spears are nice and sturdy, because you all know what those are like. There are shields included, so it looks like we have different types of goats and rams. A pig. Nice. Pig archer. Okay. Some kind of a satyr demi goat man. Another half-breed type. Another pan-like satyr. Can't think, Ungors, is that the name I'm thinking of for Warhammer? So quite a bit of variety here. We haven't grabbed any of our humans. They were buried under the bag, I'm afraid. Bags. There they are. Whoa. So here is a Battle Valor human versus a Battle Valor Bestian. Or with one of their Scalians, which is their lizardmen faction. Didn't have any fantasy Coruscant stuff, but I did have a sci-fi figure. So they all scale pretty similarly at 15mm. These are 15mm figures after all. Looks like another piggy with a two-handed weapon. And then we have some interesting stuff. We have the cavalry, which look like they are riding big shaggy yaks or bulls of some sort. And then I actually have a couple of different torsos. So the way these work, all of the cavalry have their legs sculpted on there, and you just got to drill a little hole and glue them on there. You're going to have the Minotaur riding in it. Or, more interestingly, is we've got these lower halves, and you can actually make kind of centaur bull centaurs. Or you can have just regular old centaurs. It looks like a regular human cavalry model, but that works. Why not? Kind of cool. And finally we have another piggy archer. So that's the preview of the new Bestian Beastmen Army. We got a variety of shields. I don't know if the shields are any different than any of the other factions. Obviously they're not lizardmen ones. We got a variety of them here. So what else we got? Just because I was curious, I went ahead and picked up some of the Scalian cavalry. Obviously, their cavalry are going to be giant dinosaurs. These are the slightly armored models. You can see he's got a little bit of armor plating on his legs and on his forearms, whereas there's also a model that does not have the plating on there. And if you're curious, a GW Cold One versus a Scalian cavalry model I don't remember the names of. Or if you want to get really fancy, a Lost Kingdoms version versus a Scalian one. Let's see, our riders. I don't know what kind I got. I believe swordsman. Where is my painted one? So yeah, it looks like they were probably cut off at the waist and then grab them and pop them on like that. I think these are perfect. I do like this whole skirmish pack option that Battle Valor has available. So instead of buying a full entire unit at a reduced price, you get a smaller amount of models. And if you're going to do skirmish games or just slightly smaller games or something like Dragon Rampant, where you don't need, you know, entire blocks of models to move, there is that option available from Battle Valor. Another of the skirmish packs that I grabbed were the Barbarian Maulers. And the Maulers are a kind of fun one. They are big, giant, and I mean quite giant, bearmen. And for a skirmish pack, you get 5 of these suckers. So, like I said, they are giant. That's before there's any kind of a base or anything. And what's really cool is there are all kinds of options. You have two-handed weapons, and of course they got stones on them. You got one-handed clubs. There are no shields. There are empty clawed hands, and then to go in the opposite one, if you want to go with a two-handed weapon, there are these big picks, and then the braided clubs or the open hands. So you got kind of a mix and match thing going on. I want to say it looks like 2 or 3 body sculpts, which, I mean, you know, you got enough variety there. That's always a plus. So again, these are the skirmish packs. And out of curiosity, I grabbed one of their general models, and I'm sure you guys are all going to take a wild guess, but yeah, it's the Scalian lizardman one. Quite curious about how he looked. So he's actually pretty armored up. Surprisingly, for once, it's not all Mesoamerican style. Similar shield to the rest of the Scalians. And we have his tail and his sword. Oh, and I keep dropping things. And how does he compare? So he is a little bit bigger than a regular Scalian there. You know what? I hope we get a mounted one. I want a mounted one now. And the other thing I wanted to point out, if I could find the baggie that they were in, is something new. So I've made videos before on Battle Valor Games, and they have these cool little character packs where they have like 10 to 12 models of individual unique character type models. And previously, they were only available in those packs of 10. I did that whole Phrygian set that's slowly getting painted up. Anyway, what Battle Valor now has available are individual characters. So for, you know, just a few cents, somewhere from, you know, 50 to 75 cents, for a lot of these models, you can actually get individual characters now. You don't have to buy the whole pack if you don't want. So if you want to play, you know, a small compact game of like Frostgrave or Song of Blades and Heroes or any of those kinds of games, you have all kinds of cool little options, and, you know, it's a lot cheaper than even buying, you know, Bones figures and stuff. So this is one of the Orc hero captains. I thought it was a really nice sculpt. I don't usually paint orcs, so this is going to be something fun for me. And since these guys were released pretty recently, this is one of the elven sculpts. This is one of the elven assassins. And again, you know, it's not like overtly elven, but, you know, you can get away with a lot of using this as a proxy for stuff at 15mm. Our orc friend is quite big compared to him. And a bit bigger than our Phrygian friend there. And about the same size as our lizardman. But not as big as the bears. I'm going to really enjoy these bears. So again, I really love the fact that Battle Valor has all these interesting and varied sculpts at this size. And they're just going to keep churning them out. I mean, every month so far, every week it seems we see new sculpts. Just the variety of Beastmen that they've released in just the sample pack alone. You know, we've got, I don't know how many different armies. They've got rhinos, they've got Amazons, they've got dragons, they've got eaglemen, they've got halflings. There's just all kinds of stuff coming. So keep an eye on their webpage. They update really regularly, and hopefully, I know they've had a couple of promos and sales going on, and I'm sure there's going to be more in the future. So I'll keep you all posted, and hopefully we'll see some more stuff in the future from them. With that said, this is High Lord Tamerlane with Obscurities and Miniatures saying bye-bye.